Hey friends, welcome back in. Roadtripzee is an online haven where stories of the road are captured and they're being told. These stories are shared by real people who are sharing their firsthand experiences and their content.
That's right. Ready to road trip around the United States? Well, their travel journals are from actual trips taken by real, regular people. They share firsthand travel information, including photos and experiences about some vacation destinations that you might also find interesting as well. So please welcome Rochelle Wright. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having us.
And were you able to catch some gelato on the way out the door, too?
I missed a little of that.
It's a good day.
We will have to road trip to see
Yes.
them.
There we go.
Absolutely.
And a report on it on Roadtripzee.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this site. What a great way to do that first-person share, because, you know, a lot of times you're looking for recommendations and suggestions. You're not quite sure where they're coming from, but with your site, you've got these folks that are saying, look, you know, I'm average citizen here, and I'm taking a trip with my family, and I'm reporting to you about how it's going.
Yeah, we think that it's the regular people, the words from our real people who've been out there that hold the weight and have really kind of created this community. I was scrolling through our Facebook group earlier, and one lovely couple have just returned from Kentucky back to their state, and they did a lovely report of how all the places that had been recommended to them were indeed lovely spots that they enjoyed traveling to so much, and they did this beautiful photo album of content of their experiences. So it's really the power of the shared human experience.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. And you know, what inspired you to want to do this?
Yeah, so we have worked in tourism for about a decade now. Not working with a tourism commission, one tourism commission specifically, but several. So this just kind of became our life. Like, we know about places people want to go. And we know what people are pretty much interested in. And we also know how many people are out there working so hard to keep these attractions open, to keep their storefronts open. And so it just feels good to help those, to come alongside those people who are already working hard and give them some recognition and a boost, hopefully. Is part of what we're doing.
Love that.
What I love about Roadtripzee too is it's an idea bank. Like last week we had a week of vacation, and Hurricane Debbie kind of wiped out a lot of our usual suspects on the East Coast. A lot of, you know, your Hilton Heads and your places you normally go. So I was kind of racking my brain going, okay, where are we going to take the family for a week? So if I'd known about Roadtripzee a week ago, I could have hit that and said, okay, here's some off the beaten path ideas that we really should try.
I love the descriptor of us being an idea bank. That's fabulous. And hopefully, yes, we are that. Especially, I think our team is diverse. We have multiple generations who go and then share photos and write. So I hope everyone can go on and see a little bit of themselves in some of the lower cost travels that we do, and some of the more luxurious travels that we do. We really try to have a broad range of opportunities.
I love that too. And there are times when you might have an extra $1 or $2 in your pocket for a bigger trip, and other times where you're like, I need a staycation. I need something local, awesome that I may not have heard of before.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful.
Great.
So how do people find out more information? What do they need to do to use this site?
So roadtripzee.com is, we just launched a brand new website. We've gotten rave reviews as far as the user experience. We also have a Facebook group for every single state. So we have 50 Facebook groups. Some of those are super active. Several of them are have thousands of group members. We do gatekeep a little bit, even though it is a public site, a public group.
Well, you kind of have to sometimes.
Well, we want it to be a good user experience.
Exactly.
Of course.
And we want, you know, our brand to be strong as like reputable information. And
I love that this is still fresh enough too that folks out there can become Roadtripzee stars.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Love that,
kind of
Yes.
stake your own claim and
Yes.
saying, hey, you
That's right.
checked out my last trip. Let me show you this trip.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Very, very cool. Well, thanks for sharing
Of
this
course.
with
Thanks
us.
so much
Yeah.
for letting us come
This
on.
is news you can
Absolutely.
use right here.
It
I'm going to
is.
use this often.
Yes,
That's really
absolutely.
good,
Rochelle,
too.
thanks so much for
Thank
that.
you.
Great to see you. Back with more. Stick around.